Our tale of the tape for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC welterweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Ruthless Robbie Lawler. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Ulberg.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Well, there have been a lot of seminal UFC moments inside the world's most famous arena, and we are back at Madison Square Garden tonight. Should be a good one.
Who gets that shining moment in the world's greatest arena? I experienced it. I know how it feels to walk out of that octagon at MSG with a championship. Will you get that moment tonight? Ooh, head kick lands. He's hurt.
Nice job by Robbie Lawler, training now at Hard Knocks 365. Henry Hooft has tried to simplify his striking a little bit. Tommy Barzini on the wrestling side. Don't close the book on Lawler making another run to championship contention. All right, leg kicks are the weapon of choice early for this kickboxer. No surprise that he would try to attack that lead limb of the boxer, who all of a sudden has to make some adjustments, and we're just getting started.
Well, he's got to beat that lead leg up. He's got to limit the mobility of the boxer by kicking that leg over and over again. He did it early. Let's see if the boxer can start to pick up on it and try to check that kick so that he doesn't get beat down and be very limited in his approach.
Keeping him honest with the jab. Oh, he blasted the kick to the midsection right there. Got it right below that elbow guard. And on the other side, if you're the boxer, maybe need to lower that guard a little bit more.
Well, you're at kicking range and not boxing range. So as he's landing damage, the boxer can't reach him with the punches. It's beautiful. And it shows how hard they worked in building this game plan and this approach that has allowed for them to jump out in front.
Effective with the jab. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Big inside kick.
Back out of there. Back out of there now.
Oh, good uppercut there.
He's got some hands, man.
All right, so he's dealing with some swelling upstairs, and you got to think his opponent is going to continue to attack that region.
Well, he has to. He's starting to see now the work is being done. He's starting to see the benefits of the work with the swelling that's starting to occur.
Well, one got through. That kick was blocked. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Just over 2 minutes, round one. Glancing right hand lands upstairs.
Oh, back and forth we go.
Nice kick to the midsection. Wow, strong roundhouse kick there. Fighters separate from the clinch. Oh, and there's the kick. That one checked by Lawler. And just misses with that big right hand. That one connected. So we pull up the stats for you now. 32 total strikes unofficially have landed for Ruthless Robbie Lawler. Under a minute to go.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
All right, ruthless Robbie Lawler getting going here. And DC, I know you're not easily intimidated, but man, Lawler sticks his mug into that camera. At least from my vantage point, I'm intimidated. Oh, nasty cut right on the bridge of the nose. He is bleeding. That punch no good. Under 20 seconds now to go. Oh man, that couldn't have felt good. Flush knee lands to the body by the taller fighter. Gets the single collar tie now. Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a bar fight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters. Beautiful punch lands there.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like. So when you get a guy hurt, you got to find a way to finish the fight.
Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which party is more injured, but I think both fighters have been really effective with their strikes in this one.
Yeah, both guys have been affected. Both guys have been beat up. It's a very competitive fight. Let's see who has the heart to carry them through these very tough moments.
Body kick is there.
Best punch in the game. Beautiful jab. Cannot take those leg kicks clean like that.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
Oh, nice.
Well, as soon as he goes with that high guard, he pays for it to the body. You see the bruises really starting to accumulate now.
In the beginning of the fight, you think, I got to protect my head at all costs. Right now, I believe that this guy has to worry about his body. Look at how red the side of his body is. He has got to change something. He's back in clinch position. This is where he has done a ton of good work here. Punch, punch, punch to the head from the clinch.
We passed the midpoint here of the fight. He lands another knee there, DC. It doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it most certainly did. Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cut man's going to have some work to do if we get to the stool between rounds.
But that's why we got the best in the business. We got the best cut men in the business, and they are going to need him right now because this cut is getting worse, and it's only going to continue to get worse because he has got a killer in front of him.
Oh, that's a heavy kick downstairs.
Once you take that many kicks, it doesn't matter if they're hard or not. Those are a lot of kicks.
Man, that is loud. Another strike lands for the kickboxer. He really found that flow state pretty early in this fight, and he hasn't looked back.
He found it really early. And when this guy gets into his groove, he is hell on wheels. And right now he is showing why he is such a high-level, high-regarded kickboxer. He is outclassing this guy.
Lawler's blocking well now. Made the adjustment, protecting what is an already damaged nose. All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You gotta think he's gonna continue to attack the body with all of it. Oh, he is stunned, drunk driving out there. We'll see if he can recover.
Oh, right hand.
Oh, big left hand. Under a minute to go in the round.
They're so evenly matched. They're going tit for tat.
Oh, nasty cut there, right on the bridge of the nose. Well, it didn't take him long to get a good read on his opponent. Another good series of kicks there.
He thought the kicks would be the key tonight, and they sure have been.
There's the kick. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Lawler's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. In the can. All right, so now this damage really bears watching, right? His face compromised, and you got to think it's going to start affecting his output as well offensively.
Well, you got to look from the start to make mistakes. Trying to overcompensate for all the shots that he's taken to the face, for all the swelling. I have seen on many occasions where someone has massive swelling and they struggle. Look for this guy to start to mess up a little bit in there.
All right, back to the stool, and he is officially swole, and I'm not talking about muscles. He is swollen up top.
I mean, he looks bad. It's because he was too stationary. He was on the receiving end of too many big shots. He was beat up. He was battered. He was bruised. And look at all the swelling. It shows that he has taken far too many. Clean punch.
All right, next round is underway. You know these are two of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you. Oh, nice job landing the knee there. He's got a lot of size for this division and put it to good use there. Oh, man, the blood is flowing now. I know a lot of you like that, but he has got to figure some things out defensively or this fight's going to end.
He's got to move his head, John. But the problem is, now he's got the blood to deal with. He's got a sharp striker in front of him. He has got a lot of things to deal with if he wants to win this fight. But right now, the focus needs to be on the head movement so you're not getting hit in that cut.
He missed with that jab attempt. Nice jab. Man, this dude's midsection is officially unrecognizable at this point in time. You do see the corners get involved, maybe more for headshots or leg strikes, but they got to be thinking about getting involved here.
Ground beef, man. Ground beef, John Anik. Look at the redness on his side. He is getting destroyed. He's been pounded to the body. He's been hurt to the body. And I would not be disappointed if the corner says, hey, I'm going to let my fighter live and fight another day.
What a great fight, Dan. Well, you got to think it's only a matter of time. Yup, referee stopping the action here. That swelling is getting out of control. This might be the end, DC.
It's bad. I mean, it's a lot of swelling. And it's the damage that he has taken over the course of the fight that is making him swell to a point that I don't know if he can continue.
He's taking a close look. Going back to the referee. Looks as though he's going to allow the action to continue. Fans like that decision, but for the compromised fighter, maybe got to take some chances.
He's going to take a lot of chances now because he's got to rush. He cannot be as patient as he intended to be with that amount of swelling.
Just over 3 minutes to go in our third and final round. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
Oh, boy, look at that gash.
All All right, it's late in the fight now. I don't need to be a judge to tell you that he is clearly losing. What is a fighter's mentality when you know you need a finish or you're getting an L?
This is when you got to go to the Nate Diaz mentality. Kill or be killed. You got to throw everything at your opponent, because if this thing goes to the judges, you are not going to win this fight.
Oh, knee strike right to the midsection there. Lawler's been dealing with that cut on his nose for a while, and now it is just pouring blood.
Get some space, create space.
With 2 minutes and change to go in round 3.
Stay heavy on that cut. Let's go. Hit it.
Big punch lands.
Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you're looking for. Try to take the judges out of it. He is lighting them up now.
3, 2, 3.
Oh, you can feel the breeze there. Swing and a miss by Lawler. Oh, man, you gotta credit him for continuing to attack that area, but that cut is getting harder to look at by the minute.
Yeah, it's hard to watch, and, you know, we
Easy to go, bud. You gotta go. You gotta move now.
Lawler's strike there is blocked. Nice job by the defense. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. It is hard to hear ourselves on the headsets. This place is going crazy after one of the best fights of the year. Both men put it all on the line. Just really a sight to behold from minute 1 of this fight.
Well, they told us. They both told us. Strap in. This is going to be one of the best fights you've ever seen, and boy, has it delivered. We have seen blood. We have seen heart. We have seen spirit. We have seen these two lay it on the line against each other. But hey, it takes 2 to tango, and we had the 2 right guys in the octagon tonight to produce an instant clash.
All right, so the referee steps between the 2 fighters. They are going to call on the doctor to look at that nose, and I'm fearful this is going to be the end of the fight.
Yeah, it's bad. There's a lot of blood. You can see him almost mouth wide open, gasping for air.
Yeah, and he wants to continue, but he will not be afforded that opportunity. So that is it. Fans don't like it, but the doctor has to protect the fighters. And here we go inside the octagon for the official decision to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, Carlos Ulberg!
All right, well, this arena is absolutely buzzing after that one, DC. An incredible victory for the kickboxer. He called his shot, all but guaranteed a finish, and he gets it.
It was tremendous. I mean, the guy just went out there and did exactly what he said he was going to do. He said, look, if I'm fighting a boxer and I'm a kickboxer, I can kick. He's throwing punches. Why wouldn't I win? He did exactly that. He used all of his weapons to get this massive stoppage.
All right, just about ready for live action. Here is tonight's tale of the tape. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Jennifer Maia! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, 12-gauge Paige VanZant!
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
All right, so here's the former world title challenger, Jennifer Maia. She's been in a lot of big spots in her career, and as this round gets underway, she's focused on her hands. You heard some of the message in the corner there. They believe they have the better boxer, even though perhaps the book on Maia is that she is a better grappler than striker. Her striking has started to close that gap, and she is ready and willing and able to throw hands here tonight.
Good combination there.
Fighter lands a kick to the leg now, and a pretty good one at that. VanZant going for the leg kick. Nothing doing there.
Big punch lands through the middle.
All right, so not much resistance there. She's able to secure the takedown early. That is an outstanding sign for her as this fight plays on.
Very positive. She knew that she needed to get the fight down early, and it happened. It happened quickly, and now...
Arm triangle attempt here.
Nice arm triangle setup.
Oh, look out, folks. That is tight.
It looks like it's getting going.
Oh, the ground and pound is there.
On to the mount. Another strike gets through from the top position.
While her opponent is squirming, and this might be the beginning of the end, the ground and pound strikes continue to land at will.
She's landing him over and over again. She needs to make sure that when she's chasing the finish, she doesn't get excited and lose the position.
Fighter able to reverse position on the ground and gain a dominant position. Nicely done.
Get that back position for me.
Full side control now.
VanZant in half guard now.
Oh, nice.
All right, so the ladies make their way back to the feet. Nice job by her there, and the crowd is just lapping it up.
Yeah, they're loving her willingness to fight to get back to her feet. She never accepted being on the bottom, so even though it was difficult, she got it done, and now she looks to impose herself on her opponent.
Oh, solid takedown, perfect timing there. In full guard now, DC, and I know when you're in this position, you're looking to pass the half guard pretty quick.
Oh, absolutely. Trying to get the half guard so I can start to get up ground and pound. This is exactly what she needs to do. Not only does
All right, she's setting up for a submission now.
she's looking for a finish on the ground.
Oh, she better tap her. That thing's gonna snap.
John, she's gonna break her arm. She's gonna break her arm. She's not gonna give up. She's gonna keep fighting to try to win this fight.
Oh, so now she gives up on the submission.
She did, and she did because she saw that she was gonna end up in a worse position. Great recognition to give up the submission and maintain her dominant position.
VanZant's got her head going to the guillotine now. Oh, great submission defense as she gets out. Oh, nice strike on the ground for her. Ground strikes really adding up for her now. Clean with the right hook. Straight right is there. Push kick there to the body.
This is a terrible position.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by VanZant. Back to her feet now. Good sign for her there. Under a minute now to go in the round. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands.
That was a hard body kick. Nice punch to the head.
Another shot here. Takedown attempt late in the round, and she gets it.
Nice pass. Oh, right into mount.
Setting up a sub here. Looks pretty tight, DC.
It's getting tight right now, John.
Oh, come on. That's gotta be it. Round two next.
Stop, stop, stop.
Relax. Breathe and relax. Okay, that was a good round. If you don't like what's happening, let's look to stand up. Let's look to get back to our feet. Okay? Do not engage.
All right, so there it is, the end of the round. Remarkably, after that sequence there on the ground, DC, talk us through it.
We thought the fight was over. We thought it was done. It looked so tight. It looked like she was beat, but she was able to relax, really take a breath, find a way out of such a very dangerous situation. She should be very proud, but do not find herself back in that again.
And with that, our next round is now underway. And maybe in 2005, she would have gotten that submission in the previous round, but submission defense across the board is so good now, she was unable to close the show.
The game is evolving, right? The game is continuing to evolve, and people are so well-versed in all areas of mixed martial arts.
Was able to get that right hand over the top into the target. VanZant got caught by another right hand there. Oh, nice entry to get the takedown. VanZant's back into full guard.
And now she's in mount.
Oh, nice job by her there. You see how strong she is. Her opponent's trying to control posture, unable to do so.
Now she can get to work and put the money in the bank with that ground and pound.
Money in the bank. Man, these ground strikes by her are really starting to take their toll. Submission attempt for her now. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
She's working hard for the armbar now. All she's got to do is get her to unlock her hands, and she's almost there.
Holding on to the submission attempt here. There's the tap!
Oh, my goodness!
The winner by submission.
Oh, my goodness.
What an atmosphere inside this arena. Standing room only, and man, did they get a treat as she gets a huge win, and by submission, no less. What a moment.
She locked it in, John. She locked in that submission and got her opponent to tap. It was an amazing performance by this young lady, and you can see her rounding into her final form, the fighter that we've expected her to be for a really long time.
We now go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 33 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Jennifer.
Well, how about this young woman as the celebration is on? She sat down in our fighter meeting and she told us, to a man, to a woman, I'm going to submit her at some point in this fight, and that's exactly how she gets it done.
That's exactly how she got it done. She knew where the fight needed to be. And the moment she got a chance, the moment she got the submission locked in, she latched on that thing like you wouldn't believe it because she knew it was her chance. This is my moment to get my result. She did exactly that, got the submission win, and on to the next one.
Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, now to get us started with the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Vitor Belfort. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Aleksander Rakic!
You ready to fight? Ready.
Well, every time we walk into this here Madison Square Garden, I think I would always think about you in 2017. It was UFC 217 championship triple header, and it was Thug Rose.
It was the most insane night of fighting ever. Bisping St. Pierre, Cody Garbrandt got knocked out by TJ Dillashaw. Then Rose Namajunas knocked out Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and we absolutely went crazy. One of the greatest pictures of announcers in sports history. It was all 3 of us, and we looked like that poster with the monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. It was crazy. What a phenomenal night in a great arena.
That shot blocked by Rakic. Leg kick now. Belfort Belfort gets hit with a kick here. Let's see how he responds. Lands to the body there.
When both are prepared, these are the types of fights that we expect.
Well, you see him land the jab there. He's got the reach advantage. You might as well use it. Oh, good job defensively there to block the strike by Rakic.
Oh, man. He does a great job of getting that leg kick to the target.
Just misses with the straight left hand.
Lands another one of those beautiful leg kicks.
Just out of the range with that right hand. Just over 3 minutes to go. Oh, huge kick. All right, so it looks like some bruising on that thigh right now. He hasn't really done anything to address that weapon from his opponent.
He's got to check some kicks. I know right now it may not be that damaging, but down the line, you're going to really pay for it if you don't address it right now.
It's a pretty good jab. Try to establish that jab. Rakic's shot is blocked. Hook is there again. Just over 2 minutes to go in round one. Low kick lands flush.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following the game plan.
Trying to connect now with the overhand left, no good. Rakic is cut above the eye, and that blood figures to start to trickle down. Could compromise his vision here moving forward.
That's a big strike right there.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Nice kick, yep.
Oh, he missed with that right hand. Belfort's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Misses again with a right punch. 45 seconds to go here in round one.
Awesome shot. That's great.
Nice jab. Lead kick landed there by Rakic. 30 seconds now to go in round one. Belfort gets stung by that leg kick. All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. 15 seconds remain in the round. Hook to the head there by Belfort. Back to the leg kick now. That one's no good.
Oh, he lands another shot to the head.
Round two is next. All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. Well, if you like blood, maybe this is the fight for you, because blood has really become a factor, and it's a cut that appears to be right above his eye.
That's one of the worst spots for you to get a cut, because then the blood starts to come down and it goes into the eye. It's difficult already to see, but when you got one of the best mixed martial artists in the world targeting it, it becomes impossible.
They call that the trickle-down effect.
Ready.
That's what that is?
That's right.
Ready.
Second round underway. All right, next round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmakers did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. So even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level mixed martial arts.
Rakic's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Belfort's strike attempt there is blocked. Oh, that body kick couldn't have felt good. Both guys appeared to land there.
All right, keep pushing forward. Let's go.
Missed with that right hand. This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches and bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Oh, that right thigh starting to welt. Some serious bruising going on here. Punch to the body is blocked.
Heavy kick downstairs.
Well, it's been a wild fight thus far. Perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got in each other's face, and just beat each other up. It's been tremendous.
Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive than we saw in round 1, and now starting to find himself in the pocket. Now you're really starting.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he's hurt bad.
Big left hand.
That's how you control a fight. Keep fighting behind the jab.
Just missed with the straight left hand. Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, you got to try to find a way to stop them. He needs to try to get a takedown or something, because the more he's standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut, and now all the blood that's coming from the cut.
Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taking to this cut. Easier said than done, though.
Attack that cut for me. Let's go.
Went for the inside leg kick. So maybe some frustration setting in for the kickboxer now as he eats yet another jab here.
Fighting's all about rhythm, and that jab is not allowing him to build his rhythm and not get comfortable in going in the fight. Great job by the well-rounded fighter, recognizing that weapon and using it effectively.
Oh, another beautiful body shot there. You see the damage starting to accumulate. Maybe some defense would be wise at this point in the fight.
I think so, John. You can't just get beat up to the body. It doesn't show itself right away. It takes time whenever you're beating somebody up from the body and working your way up to the head. But right now we are starting to see the damage, and you see it not only in the body, but in the reactions of the opponent.
Looking to land the leg kick now. All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands, every punch lands. He has just outclassed this guy on the feet. You have got to find a way to change the way that this fight is playing out, or your night's going to end very early.
Rakic's cut on his nose is just pouring blood at this point.
Good round.
All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and he heads back to the stool, and hopefully he can stay in this fight because that is a severe cut that he's dealing with right now. All right, heading back to the corner now after that round, and Rakic's corner is definitely got to be concerned about that nose right now. Perhaps it was a strike in that previous frame that broke the nose. Got to think in terms of the breathing. It's going to be very hard for him the rest of the way. All right, well, I'm no doctor. I'm not going to diagnose a broken nose, but a huge cut on the bridge, and his opponent continues to attack it.
Continues to attack it as he should. He did the damage. He was the one that landed the shot that opened up that cut. Now he's got to make his opponent pay for it. He was a bit lax in defense, and now he's got that massive cut on the bridge of his nose.
All right, here we go with the start of another round. Pretty good previous 2 rounds, I thought.
Yeah, it's been a very competitive fight to this point. Both guys have had their moments, especially in these last 2 rounds. You expected somebody to get ahead, but they've both been so evenly matched. We're still right to start.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. Well, I can't even relate to the mental and physical toughness we are seeing from these 2 individuals. Both fighters damaged and compromised, and yet leaning on the heart here late in the fight.
Yeah, they're both leaning on the heart. They're both trying to really show that they belong. They're both trying to show that they're the better fighter. They have been matched at every single step. They're both bloody, battered, bruised, but neither one of them is willing to take a step back. These guys want to win.
Rakic is back in half guard. He's very comfortable here.
Now he's going full mount. This is where he wants to be. Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Well, if these were calf kicks, this fight would likely already be over, but I would say it's pretty critical with the thigh damage at this stage of the fight.
It's very close, and the thigh is bigger. It's a bigger muscle, so it takes more damage in order to limit him. But look at his movement. He can barely move around the octagon now. He's very, very close to being stopped by leg kicks.
Belfort's cut on. Oh, massive diving punch, flush to the head. All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position, and you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting.
Herb Dean steps in. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. So how about that as he pounds him out for the TKO? Prioritized the finish tonight. Absolutely gets it with style points. A huge, huge result here in this arena tonight.
It's always fun to see an athlete tell you what they're gonna do, and then they do it. This guy told us he was going to get a finish, and that's exactly what he did. Him and his team are gonna have a fantastic time tonight celebrating. They should all be very proud.
We go to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 26 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring the winner by TKO, Aleksander Rakic!
Well, the celebration is on over there in the corner, and nothing subdued about it. They put a lot of time into this training camp and into this performance, and certainly their athlete delivered.
It was a result that they desired. They said, I don't care how this match ends, as long as I'm not standing there waiting on the judges. He got his opponent hurt, and he found the follow-up shots that allowed him to get the TKO.